Hi, my name is Handan, and in this episode of Gym Guys, we are at the World Black Belt Center in Dubai to explore the different types of martial art classes on offer. Practicing martial arts is one of the best ways to stay fit, so tune in because today we are going to learn from the experts, we will chat with some of the students, and we are going to see some amazing fight techniques. Ha! World Black Belt Center, or WBBC, was established in Dubai by Master Rio Altai. If that name sounds familiar, that's because Rio is one of physique-tv's mixed martial arts analysts for the show MMA All Out. What makes him a very effective MMA analyst and commentator is because he's a practitioner of the sport himself. I got to meet up with him to learn more about WBBC. Hi Master Rio, before we start talking about your gym, let's talk about you first. What inspired you to get into martial arts and turn this into a career?
Well, what inspired me actually, it was necessity. A long time I was in Dubai, and actually it was like 12 years old, 13 years old, and two people were fighting, and I actually was defending them, defending one against the other, and somehow they mistook me for him, and he ran away, and I ended up getting beaten up. The whole point was, I really was trying to help a friend.
Yes.
And what looked as a bad situation, I always believe in turning the minus into a positive. Even when I teach, I tell them, like, if you're in a bad situation, make the best of it. I said after that, never again will I be beaten up like this. And so that was what inspired me. Yes, at the beginning.
Well, you have definitely taken it to the master level, like you have achieved so many certifications, and whatever you can achieve in martial arts, you got it. So is there a specific sport that you actually prefer?
I used to be more of a junkie of adrenaline, like adventures. So I did skydiving, I do advanced scuba diving. All in all, I think as I'm getting older, I like the sport of teaching, which I think it's a little bit different. I like to give the knowledge to someone else.
Yes.
I research everything we do, and I'm testing for my grandmaster belt pretty soon. People think once you're a black belt, you have finished your journey. Actually, it's just the beginning. People think that the black belt is so unattainable. And
yes.
That's a myth as well.
So there is a progression even after black belt.
There is, but before there was only white belt and black belt. That's it. The system in between was made by the Western culture mainly to have people get a little longer.
One thing that I'm curious about is, what is the main thing that martial arts taught you?
I teach this to all my students. I think martial arts is based on three things: focus, discipline, respect. If you focus on something, you have enough discipline, you'll get the respect, which is the rewards at the end.
Okay. And how did you transition into being an instructor when you started from being a student?
A funny thing is, during college, when I was taking classes, I achieved my black belt when I was 21 years old. I did not smoke, I did not drink, I did not go out much. I still studied engineering. I actually finished my degree, bachelor's in engineering and computer science. But I had nothing to do afterwards. When people were going out, drinking, smoking, doing stuff, I decided I'm gonna go and do martial arts. I started actually teaching classes with my instructor around blue belt.
Yes. And
went throughout, and so instead of paying for my classes, I ended up teaching it. And then I loved working with kids. And also, I'm a big kid at heart. I like to always think that I have fun with them, and I teach the adults because I see myself compatible with them. And I like to teach senior citizens because I see where the future holds for me.
But I have seen you being a little bit strict with the little students.
Yes, but again, life is based on three things, in my opinion: focus, discipline, and respect. Yes. If they have the discipline, they'll get the respect.
Yes. So, Master Rio, tell us how you started World Black Belt Center.
Funny thing is, you know, when I came to Dubai, I was teaching anyways. I was walking after a week in Dubai, looking for a job. But then I saw a place and I said, look, I'm gonna go and teach just as, you know, not to have my time wasted, so I'm just going to stay in shape. So I think I went to one of the hotels, was teaching. Then eventually I got married and stuff, and I came to this building, and in this building I saw this big space that's open. I have a lot of trophies, and at that time I had no place to put them. So I decided, well, I'm gonna get this place, I'm gonna put my trophies in it, and I'm gonna teach whoever I wanna teach, you know, just for fun, adults only. And so because I'm in the same building, I would come down and work out myself. A couple of months, nothing, and eventually I opened only for adults. As I opened for the adults, the word spread around, and then more kids started coming with kids. And sure enough, people started asking for different martial arts. Now I'm qualified to teach Tang Soo Do, Hapkido, Kali, which is Arnis, Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. We're the oldest martial arts center in Dubai, as far as like on Sheikh Zayed Road. So as time passed by, I'd work in the morning, I'd come back, and I teach afternoon, you know, and weekends. And then we started having more people coming in, so I decided, let me bring instructors. So we have more instructors, and now we teach the 6 disciplines: Tang Soo Do, Hapkido, Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, Kali.
Okay.
5.
So can you also explain what is the difference between Tang Soo Do and Hapkido, karate and taekwondo? Because my background was in karate when I was young. So I would like to know.
It's emphasis. All martial arts, all of them are good. Karate has 80% or 70% of it are hand techniques, while 30% of kicks. Versus taekwondo, mainly 80% are kicks, 20% are hands. Tang Soo Do is one of those unique arts that has 50% hands, 50% kicks. Okay. Now, when I first started, I'll tell you just the journey. I started wanting to learn martial arts. So I took Tang Soo Do. I looked, there's something wrong with Tang Soo Do. It does not help you with self-defense when people grab you. So I added, once I made it to black belt, I added Hapkido to my grabs. People grab you, there's no grab in the world. People can grab me, I cannot get out of. And I'll show you how. Once I learned that, I noticed most of the fights take you to the floor. So I decided, well, you know, there's an art called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I actually met the oldest brother of the Gracie. So I went and trained with them, with the Machados as well, how to go to the floor. Now, I did Tang Soo Do, switched to Hapkido to kind of add to it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to add to it, but I noticed there's 2 flaws in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It cannot defend you against multiple attackers, which is what Tang Soo Do taught me, so I'm okay there, and cannot defend against weapons. So I had to go and learn Kali. Kali are the sticks and the knives, because the Filipinos are the best in the world as far as knives. So with that, I achieved black belt in 3 out of the 4. With the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I have actually a purple belt by Hoist Gracie himself, you know, the grappling. And on my way to black, hopefully one day, but it takes a long time. But I have black belt in Taekwondo, black belt in Tang Soo Do, black belt in Hapkido, and black belt in Kali. With that, I made the full circle
complete.
Of everything. That's why I came up with Arca. Arca is my own version of how people should fight.
Okay.
Out of all the martial arts that we teach, if there's one that teaches you the most emphasis on self-defense, it's Hapkido. People need to deflect a strike. Now, you're a kickboxer, so if I'm gonna ask you to do, throw me a straight punch when I tell you to, straight punch to my face, okay? Now, there's no energy about this. People say, I don't care if you're a master or grandmaster, we all bleed the same color. So you still have to deflect. So the punch comes in, throw. Now, again, go, throw it.
So it's about deflecting.
There you go. First, let me just a knife for you, for everyone to know that I'm not going to kill you, you're not trying to kill me. It's actually made out of aluminum. So it give you that feeling of a real metal, that coldness of a metal. I give you a knife. How would you attack me if you're attacking me with power? There you go. They'll leave it. 90%, 95% of the women will attack like this. The man attacks, men attack underneath, exactly. So this is the one I'm going to teach you. Now, if somebody attacks you, will come up underneath to hit you. So what I want you to do is 2 things. You're going to make your hands as a VW, V and W. A V and a W. Why? This protects your body from top to bottom, because if I project my vision to you, it's protecting you up and down. So as I come in, you're going to put your hands into this. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Okay? Now, so I come in, so you're relaxed right now. You put them on top of each other, like this, and you stop me from going anywhere. When you grab, wrap around. Your life depends on this grip. Undone. There you go. So when I come in,
I don't have time to do this.
No, just here, just on top of each other.
On top of each other.
Like that.
Okay.
So if I come in, there you go. And when you do it, do the palms and lunge backwards. Here, 1, 2. Notice what happened. You see what happened?
Yes.
Good. One more time. Good. 1, 2. Very nice. Watch this. I didn't teach you this. You're going to do it on your own. Under my armpits, remember.
How do you
Ready?
mean?
Don't worry about it. Under this armpit. Ready? Go. Go. 1, 2. That's it.
Was it the right foot?
Absolutely. If you have to react to ignition. Ready? People say, let's try it. There you go. Go. 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. Good. Ready? You know what's coming. Here goes. Good. 1, 2. Very nice. You became an expert.
Thank you. So Hapkido was a different style of training than I'm actually used to. It's very defense-based, and it was enjoyable, and I think it's very useful in a day-to-day life. You know, it teaches you how to defend yourself and deflect attacks. In that regard, it's quite strategic, and you're consumed with anticipating your opponent's move. So it's, again, mentally very stimulating. Okay guys, now it's time for my kickboxing lesson. I'm here with Coach Abdullah, who's the coach of world champions in the region. Coach Abdullah, can you show us the stance of kickboxing?
Yes, I will show you.
All right.
Look at me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is our fight position.
Okay.
First of all, punching.
Strength punching.
You show me your left, close. And then 2, right. There, protect.
Protect, okay, so
Yes,
1, 2.
2, yes. 1, 1, 1. Good. 1, 2. You have to cover your face.
Okay,
Go.
got it covered. 1,
2. Yes, right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Uppercut. Yeah, the front kick, this is the basic. First we will starting for front kick. 1. Yes. When you finish your kick, then go back, get position. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. Yes.
So the coach has taught me the basic moves in kickboxing, and now we're taking it one step higher. So coach, we got the pads on and the boxing gloves. What can you teach me?
Now left, right, then flag. Left, right, 1, left, right, 2, 1, 1, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, next time, go to guard, okay? Same techniques, go, 1, 2, go, guard, again guard, go, 1, 2, go, come, again guard, 1, 2, go, 5.
So coach, do you think I'm ready to meet my sparring partner now?
Yes, of course.
All right, well, let's see who it is. All right, well, I just heard that Hani Sobhi is my sparring partner for today, and he just won the World Championship. So, Hani, can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's fine, but it's very strong. It's amazing.
Yes?
We get the World Champion in the meeting, really.
Wow, okay.
Not easy.
Well, it's not easy. Well, let's see if I am strong enough to take it up to a world champion in
I hope to
kickboxing.
enjoy. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, after the sparring, it's obviously clear who's the winner here. Where's my belt? Where's my belt? Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Well, the kickboxing class was so much fun. I enjoyed myself a lot. The coach was very strict, and which motivated me actually more to do my best. And on the side, I got introduced to my sparring partner, who was the world champion in Muay Thai. It's kind of scary to be sparring against the world champion, but I think I did pretty well. In overall, with kickboxing, I really love the sport. For me, it offers the perfect balance between strike, defend. And it's a type of sport that will increase your speed, your power, your flexibility, and your concentration. And it's so strategic that you're not only just physically stimulated, moreover so, you're mentally stimulated. And that's the type of sport I enjoy most. I think for a kickboxing class, you can go at any level, and I'm sure they offer different levels of training for beginner and intermediate and advanced. You don't have to be an athlete to join a kickboxing class, but you have to make sure that you go prepared, because it is an intense workout. So. But it's enjoyable. You leave the class feeling like a warrior. You leave the class feeling like you could take over the world. Unless you've been spending most of it on your face or on your bum. Where I come from, we use this stick to make bread. But I have a feeling that's not what Tim is here for. Tim, what are you going to instruct me on?
I will teach you the art of Kali, or better known in the Philippines as Arnis. It's a Filipino martial arts based on weapons.
Okay.
So the first one that I will...
This is our weapon,
yes.
so we're not making bread with this.
No.
Okay.
So the first thing I would going to teach you is the angles of strikes. So it is better known in my system, method 1. It's a combination of 2 strikes. So what we're going to do is going on the basic stance. So what you're going to do is to swing the stick, okay, diagonally downwards towards the temple, and then going to the side of your arm. Go, 1. That's good. From here, drop your hand, okay? The reason why the hand is there is because maybe I would kick down. So your hand is already there to protect your lower body. So the next strike would be number 6. So the target would be the other side, the right temple, but the strikes are going downward. And 6.
And then I'm pulling it up from...
Diagonal, downward. Yes. Okay, ready? 1, 6. Good. 1. Hands down. Good. That one is used for blocking. That is used also for attacking. Okay. So basically, it's a simple art, but it's more direct. So let's say you want to hit me here. Okay, you strike number 1. So I will block it with number 1 as well. Okay. So if you want to hit me here, I will block it also with number 6. In my system, I have 9 strikes. So if I may show you, so it's
show me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So So as you will notice, 1 and this is 6.
Okay.
So that's the first method that we teach beginners.
So it's a weapon-based training,
Yes.
and you start with sticks.
Yes.
And which other weapons do you move on
Okay.
to?
So we follow the same pattern. So for
So the
example,
pattern always stays the same, only
Yes.
the weapon changes.
yes. So if you may hold this, okay. So I want you to do the X pattern or method 1. So
Alright.
instead of hitting the stick now, I want you to hit my hand. So for example, I am to strike you, so you want to hit it with number 1. And if I strike you here, hit it with
Okay.
that.
So what are the typical people that come to your classes? Like, are they boys, girls, young kids, or elders? So
Guys who comes to my class are more like the adult, because here in Dubai it's not really known. So we have guys coming from the US. They would look for people who knows Kali, and these are the type of people who are in my class right now.
Okay.
Mostly Americans, Europeans, but for locals there are some people, but not really.
yeah, so it is just starting in Dubai
Yes,
actually.
yes.
So the
We're
popularity
trying to
will
promote
increase
it,
with
yeah, yeah.
time. All right. Well, thank you for showing me these amazing moves. Kali is a weapon-based training that it primarily focuses on inflicting bad and often fatal damage to its opponents. And I kind of like the sound of that. Well, during the training, we first started with bamboo sticks, and so that's the beginner's level, and then you move over to other types of weapons. And I think it's really useful as well because you know, it teaches high concentration, you're highly focused during the training, and you know, especially when you start working with real weapons, if a life situation, you know, occurs, you know how to protect yourself. Who joins your classes now?
The Tang Sudo gets learned a lot by juniors, like 12, 13, 14,
Yes.
and you'll see it. For Hapkido, the adults come to it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are the ones, the macho guys that just want to grapple and wrestle and
Yes.
stuff. More of the elegant people that don't want to do a lot of sweating and stuff, they do Kali, stick fighting, because they don't move around and stuff. Kickboxing are for the people eventually that want to do, they want to stay in shape.
So you cater for everybody and every age.
Absolutely.
All right, well, how regular are these classes?
Daily, we have them usually 3 times a week. Every class, either twice or 3 times a week, because with the busy life, people can only afford about 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week.
Okay.
And we tell them stuff that people can do at home to keep on, you know, working on their own.
Okay, are you open on the weekends as well? So
We're open 7 days a week.
perfect. So how can one sign up?
One would call us 800 WBBC. You know, our 800 number is there.
Yes.
It's easy to remember. 800 WBBC. 800 9222 32s. 800 9222. And they call us, and someone will answer. 24 hours they can call us.
So you're internationally known.
Actually, we like to say world famous World Black Belt Center. We are the largest little martial arts in the world.
I definitely recommend anyone to sign up for martial art classes because they are so useful, and it's not just useful to get fit or to get stronger or more flexible. I think martial arts is a type of sport that forms a person's character. It teaches you discipline, it teaches you mindfulness because you are highly focused the entire time. It teaches you patience because you constantly have to wait for your opponent to make a move. It teaches you, you know, all of these good things that you can use in real life, and especially for kids. When you learn discipline from your martial arts class, they can actually use this discipline for, you know, their school and everything else. So I think it's not just useful for adults and elderly, but even for kids. So if you are interested in signing up for one of these classes, then check out the contact details on your screen. And if you have any comments or suggestions, then connect with us on our social media pages. I'm Handan, and thank you for watching Gym Guide.